Hello, my loves. So I wanted to do this video today because I did a Facebook Live yesterday on our session for tonight, and I could not, for the life of me, download it to save and post on this email, so I thought I would just do one for this email. So for those of you who are not on Facebook or my Instagram can see it. So where do I even begin? This week has been so intense. And I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and when I do these live sessions or even this video, I never have any clue what I'm going to say. I just know I need to do it. And first of all, there was not going to be a group power session this week. This was very last minute. We could say yesterday is when this came out. And I felt from Spirit that they wanted to wait a week before they did a group power session on a certain topic because there's so much shift going on that they wanted to wait until we're going into our next phase, which is already starting today. It already feels, the energy feels a little lighter, a little different. Today's the 21st of May. So they wanted to wait until we go into our next kind of coming out of all of this like really intensity and coming into this next piece before they did a group. So I was actually just about to post yesterday, okay, you guys, there's no group this week. And I went for a walk and just feeling just the intensity of how challenging it has been this week to feel connected to the grounded truth within of you just know. You know what's right for you. You know the path. You know what to do. Just that grounded, centered energy has been really, 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 really challenging this week. And so when I got back from my walk and I was just really tuning into that and feeling that, and when I got back from my walk, a few people had texted me, hey, is there a group this week? I'm so glad you posted that Facebook Live because I thought I was the only one that was feeling this intensity. And I started to feel this feeling of like, okay, so there's no topic that Spirit wants to do this week for a group power session, but I started to feel like, okay, something can be done to support you guys during this really intense time. And I had this image of steeping and steeping and steeping and steeping and steeping in your truth. And to hold this session to just steep you and connect you and just soak you in your inner truth and to clear anything that you guys will bring up that, is blocks or, stuff in the way for you to really connect in. And then I felt, okay, it needs to be an hour. And then I felt the normal sliding scale for an hour would be 45 to 65, but I felt, nope, this session needs to be sliding scale of 25 to 65. So it just feels like something that just feels right and what I want to do. So it's a special 1 hour group power session tonight, May 21st, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join via proxy if you can't make it live. The replay will be posted on your group call info page after the session that you can download. And I just felt like, yeah, I want to do this special session for an hour and also the special pricing. So the other thing I want to share is when I was doing the Facebook Live yesterday, what Spirit shared was one of the reasons why this week has been so intense and why we can't find our truth super just easy, although it's, challenging in other times, right? Because that's our biggest thing, to be in who we are and to trust ourselves and trust our knowing, being in our truth. So it's always on deck, right? To deepen in and heal and release all this soul history that's like, no, right? So one of the reasons why this is happening this week is because as we're going from third dimensional consciousness into fifth dimensional consciousness and beyond, this week has been this really major, intense, energetic shifts in the earth, in the energetic earth, to make that happen. As these energetic shifts have been happening, Spirit showed me this image of these plates moving in the earth, literally, physically. So as the energetics are shifting, which is creating this earth shift, we could say this earth change, everything is like moving to connect to this new way, and we're just in this process of going from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness. So this sense of like just being grounded and quiet is just not happening right now, because we're in this transition, and it's so intense and it's so deep. And you know, if you think about it, when you look out into the world, everything is mind. Everything is living from the mind and living from identity. And we're literally moving from that into being the truth of who we are in a human body, and living our truth and living our intuition and trusting and, you know, living that way. It's a huge change, right? I remember when I did like my second reading, I think it was like 27 years ago, I saw this image of the soul body. And it was moving so slowly. Like it would take me 5 hours just to do one movement, okay? But for video's sake, I'm not gonna do 5-hour video. The soul was in oneness, and it was completely one with oneness. It was oneness itself. And it was unfolding like a flower, and it was moving, just this constant movement of what it was expressing and what it was doing and what it was being. We could say what it was choosing. And it was this constant wave of, it's like we could either say it was very oceanic, where it's endless, you know, like the waves don't stop. It has a saying, something like, if you're standing at the edge of the ocean waiting for the waves to stop before jumping in, like, not gonna happen. Good luck with that. So the soul was moving in like this oceanic way of just completely coming from truth, and it's not thinking about anything, it's being it. It's being that movement. Or we could say it was like a flower that was constantly blooming out of itself, of what it was doing. And so living from that deep truth of self, right, where we still have the experience of it's me tuning into myself, right? I'm tuning into my truth. I'm tuning into my heart. But really the truth is we are the heart. We are knowing, we are self. And the longer we're on this path, the more we're, becoming one with ourselves, right? So we're literally going from third dimensional, which is very linear and mind and ego identity oriented, which is very staccato, right? To this flow, this way of being from truth, from oneness, from knowing. So, yep, I guess that needed to be shared too. All right, my loves. So I love you. I will see you at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight to steep in your truth and steep and steep and steep and steep and steep. Get really rooted. And yeah. All right. I'm going to go now. I love you. Okay, bye.